is just around the corner, and you know what that means. It's time to get ready for baseball season. Northfield Youth Baseball registration is now open at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. For
All right, live here at Albert Lee High School, the softball field, the turf field. Yeah, we can get rid of that because I can't see anything if that's in the way. It's a sunshiny day here, and we had a umbrella up to be able to see the computer screen better, but we'll just have to make do. Plus, I have one camera that's not working. I was supposed to have two cameras, one trained on home plate, and then the one you're looking at is more of an all-field thing, but we have to go with that one. It's all we've got. And so that is going to be Rochester Century and Albert Lee coming up here in softball. There's also track and field going on across the way. We've got that on albertleelive.com as well. And hopefully can hear us here. I've got Mint with me. You're normally my camera girl, but I don't really need that. If all my stuff works, I can't have my scoreboard's not working, and my all my stuff. This is our first softball game, so we're going to have to work the kinks out here. But yeah. I think for today, we're just going to have to go with what we have, which is this camera that's from the batter's perspective, and it goes pretty much to corner to corner. But Rochester Century has Jordan Kronig pitching, and she's got good control. And according to Derek Fleek, the head coach for Albert Lee, she is pretty good, and kind of beat them single-handedly last year. But they've got Tegan Carroll playing second base, batting first. Lauren Buckman is the shortstop, batting second. Aubrey Asleson, the catcher, will bat third. Kennedy Stewart batting fourth and playing out in center. Jordan Groening, the pitcher, will bat fifth. Sixth is Olivia Warrelton, the first base girl. Kelsey Bowles is a right fielder, batting seventh. Eighth is Amanda Spox, who is the left fielder. And then third base girl, Ella Schneider, batting ninth. We're going to get the national anthem coming up here, and then I'll get you to the Albert Lee lineup for today, featuring pitcher Mackenzie Johnson. And the opener here, which they got their first game actually postponed from last week against Mankato East, and that's coming up in a doubleheader Thursday here on AlbertLeeLive.com. 4 softball games this week, in fact. And then we'll get the baseball schedule going next week, as they're out of town for this week, having their first game moved from Thursday to Saturday, and then that didn't work out either. So their game against East, it was actually supposed to be in Mankato. Now it's here. Hasn't been made up yet, but here's our national anthem coming up.
And our country by devoting our attention to the American flag throughout the completion of our national anthem.
Technical difficulties. We'll get it here soon. Somebody running over with a phone to the microphone over there. Here we go. There's the anthem, and again, Mackenzie Johnson starting pitcher for Albert Lee today, and they'll bat this way. Hannah Austinson, in the bottom of the innings anyway, will play center and bat first. Maggie Olson plays shortstop. She'll go second. Kira Erickson bats third, plays third base. Hannah Schumacher is the catcher, batting cleanup. Mackenzie Johnson, the pitcher, goes fifth. Sixth is Nevaeh Wachholz, the first base girl. Taylor Johnson playing second. And batting seventh with Jenna Wolf out in left, going eighth. And ninth in the lineup is Danielle Whalen, who is the right fielder today for the Tigers. So Mackenzie Johnson taking her warm-up tosses here from the circle. Mint, you play softball?
No.
Well, are you in any sports?
Not really.
All right. So, and you're a junior, right?
Yeah, I was planning to join badminton if they had it.
I don't think that's an organized sport just yet, but you could be in rugby. You want to play? Yeah, that's a tough sport. You're tough, aren't you?
I might be a good runner.
Yeah.
But I don't have good stamina.
Oh. All right. Well, we'll see how Mackenzie Johnson does here, taking her warm-up tosses. The righty, they throw it down, and we're getting ready to go here in the season opener here at the turf field in Albert Lee. And Tegan Carroll leading off.
Number 1 second baseman, Tegan Carroll.
And, of course, no batting averages here. First game for both teams, I believe. I know for the boys there was only like one game, Winona and Austin. Austin beating Winona. Girls hadn't looked exactly. There's a two-hopper to third and played nicely by the Tigers. Kira Erickson getting it over to first to Nevaeh Wachholz, and there's one up and one down on a grounder to third. So a 5-3 3 out and 1 up, 1 down for Lauren Buckman, the shortstop, right-handed batter for Rochester Century. And the pitch is a rise ball, goes a little bit too high, so ball 1. It was the second pitch, I believe, to Carroll that she hit on the ground to third. Nicely played. It was right at Kira. This is ripped down the left field line, but foul. A ball and a strike to Lauren. Tall shortstop. Looks like she's got some power. She turned on that one, Mint. Sent it down there. It was just foul. Down the left field line. McKenzie has the ball back, ready to rock and fire. She takes a look in and lets it rip. And that one's chest high, but called the ball. 2-1 to Buckman. They're in their pinstripe uniforms, the white with the blue pinstripes and the blue numbers. And the pitch. And a called strike on that inside corner makes it a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first, just underway here at the turf field in Albert Lee. And Johnson lets it rip there, and that's in the air, shallow left. It's trouble. It's going to bounce between short and the left fielder out there, Jenna Balf. So a base hit for Buckman, and the first hit of the game. Brings Aubrey Asleson, the catcher, up, batting third. With the runner at first, 1 out. Another right-handed batter here for Century as the pitch is low, taken for ball 1. You feel free to just join in anytime you want there, Mint. I'll see if I can get some questions for you, and we'll just have a nice, enjoyable day. It's nice we get to be outside and nice
really
weather.
Is.
There's a grounder to short just past the outreached arm of Maggie Olson, who dove for it. And so first and second now with back-to-back singles by Buckman and Asleson. Asleson on first, Buckman at second. Kennedy Stewart, cleanup batter. The center fielder is up with 1 out and 2 on here in the top of the first. Albert Lee with 31 wins over the last 15 years, which doesn't sound impressive at all, but 35% of their wins over the last 15 years have come in the last 2 years under Derek Fleek, the coach, manager. So they are improving here as of late. So that's all they want to do is get better than they were the year before. That's up high on a rise ball for ball 1 to Stewart. First and second, 1 out here, top of the first. No score. Jay Paul with Mint, and here on AlbertLeeLive.com, we've got 4 softball games this week, and with track and field is going on now. There's this golf event, too, in town here, but we don't have enough people to do all that. We're going to try and do some golf events coming up.
There's golf?
Yeah, we can do golf. Wedgewood Cove and Greenlee, both set up nice for our broadcasts. I know at Greenlee, where they are today, we probably have a camera on 13 green and 18 green and watch them come in through both of those because they come close to the clubhouse up there. 3-0 now to the cleanup hitter Stewart, and a 4-pitch walk. That one skips in. Nice scoop up there by catcher Shoemaker. And now the bases are loaded after the walk with Stewart on first, Asleson on second, and Buckman on third. And here comes Jordan Croning, the pitcher.
Number 20, Jada Croning.
It's Jada, I guess. Jada Croning. And she takes ball 1 as McKenzie having a tough time locating here. The first game of the year. First pitch of the year was a strike. She had a couple of strikes on Buckman, but 4 straight to Stewart for balls, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out. That's a strike call. 1-1 to Jada Croning. Olivia Warrelton is up next, the first baseman, another right-handed batter. All righties so far. That's a strike called. So she gets ahead of Croning now, 1-2, pitcher against pitcher. Boy, a strikeout would be huge here. Get that second out, and then it's any base for the third.
Are low throws really a good thing?
Well, they got to be between the knees and the shoulders, basically. Here's a pop-up behind the home plate and a nice grab there by catcher Schumacher for the second out. That is big because now for the third out, you can go to any base. And it's a force out. Don't have to tag. So a pop-up to Schumacher behind the plate makes it 2 outs. And Olivia Worrelton, the first base girl, is up, a right-handed batter with the bases loaded again, but 2 down now. A grounder, you just go, that's a strike called. A grounder, you just go to whatever's easiest base and step on it before they get there for the third out. See if the Tigers can get out of trouble here. Bases loaded jam in the first. The 0-1 is on the way for McKenzie, and it's a rise ball that goes high and inside. So ball 1-1. Not a lot of wind, so that keeps this day nice. If it was windy, it wouldn't be all that nice because we still on. I don't think we hit 50 today, but 40s. This is in the air, and it's to right field, and in and out of the glove out there of right fielder Whalen, and that's going to score a couple of runs, and actually all 3 of them on a ball that falls out into right, and coming across Buckman, Asleson, and Stewart, and a 3-run. It's got to be an error, though. It was a pop fly out there, so E9 allowing those 3 runs to score. And Worrelton is out at second, is on at second base with Kelsey Bowles up here, the right fielder. So a 3-run error. Makes a 3-0 lead here for Rochester Century. On the pop to right, here's an 0-1 count now to Bowles. It's a cross for a strike. Called strike 1. Or strike 2, actually. 0-2 to Bowles, the 7th hitter in this first inning for Century. The 0-2, let's see if McKenzie can get out of this trouble on her own with a strikeout here, but that's inside and low for ball 1. 1-2. Everybody here for Albert Lee returning. I have a interview with Derek Fleek, but not sure we'll be able to get to that. We'll try. It's a good 3-minute one, but he was talking about, that's a ball 2, 2-2 now to Bulls. Talking about they lost 2 girls to graduation, but neither played a lot last year, so everybody returning now has good experience, and they're hoping to be able to do better than they did the last year. As that is low, or high rather, for a ball 3-2 now to Kelsey Bowles. 3-2, 2 outs, runner at second, 3 runs in here for Century on the top of the first. And the pitch, inside and a walk. Second walk of the inning. No strikeouts, 2 walks for McKenzie. 1, back-to-back singles. Scored 3 runs on the error, though, to the right fielder. Here's a pitch to next girl up, Amanda Spokes, who is the left fielder with runners at first and second. Worrelton out there at second base. Bulls walked, 2 down, and 1 right back up the middle, and shortstop able to grab it, get it over to first in time. And a nice play by Maggie Olson to get it to walk holes for the third out. But they leave 2 stranded, but they did get 3 runs on that error, and so they lead 3-0 here after the first half inning of play. And I don't even have commercial. I have nothing here. I don't know why. Everything looked pretty good when I was setting it up, and now a lot of stuff has disappeared, including my camera out in left center that was supposed to be showing the pitches, and then we're going to switch to the camera view we have now. Yeah. We'll get it rolling here before the end of the season, I'm sure. As they batted 8 in that first, and Albert Lee coming up with Hannah Austinson, the center fielder, leading off. Maggie Olson is shortstop batting second. Third base girl, Kira Erickson, will bat third. Hannah Schumacher, the catcher, going fourth. Mackenzie Johnson pitching, batting fifth. Nevaeh Walkholz, first base girl, batting sixth. Second base girl Taylor Johnson will bat 7th. Jenna Balf, the left fielder, is 8th. And Danae Whalen I think that's how it's pronounced. I got a picture of
the Tigers, center fielder number 1,
the
Hannah Austinson.
lineups, and these managers don't have the best penmanship. I'm just saying that. So we'll wait until she gets announced in the 9 spot there for the right fielder. But this is Hannah Austinson stepping in, right-handed batter. Center fielder takes the first pitch of the season as the strike called from pitcher Jada Croning, who had high praise from Derek Fleek, the manager for Albert Lee. That's inside low, ball 1-1 to Austinson. Ball on a strike, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Hannah Jr. Start on the hockey ice. Probably other sports as well, but I remember her in hockey, and now here in softball for Hannah. And trailing 3-0 here, bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. Swung through that one, and a strikeout. First for Jada Croning.
Now batting for the Tigers, shortstop number 2.
And that brings up Maggie Olson. Shortstop, right-handed batter. Wrestler extraordinaire. And now season of softball here. As I think she's a sophomore. That's a swing and a miss at the first offering for strike 1. It is 0-1. Got a pretty good view here for right-handed batters on our camera set up as bunt is laid down, scooped up by the pitcher, and she gets it to first base in time to give Maggie the 1-3 putout from Croning to Worrelton. And there's 2 up and 2 down now for the Tigers. Kira Erickson, right-handed batting third base girl.
Kira Erickson
Had a nice defensive play in the first batter of the year in the top of this inning. That one's low, gets away from catcher, but ball 1. Nobody on base, so nobody can advance. And, yeah, so I'll have to figure out why my outfield camera didn't work. It worked when I hung it up there, but apparently turned off on my way back. This is launched in the air backwards and out of play, just over the netting. So strike 1, 1-1 for Kira. 2 down, nobody on. Trailing 3-0 here in the first. Tigers. If she should reach, Hannah Schumacher will be next for the Tigers. Kronig fires, that's high. 2-1 to Kira. Also, hockey player. Tall third base girl here. Takes a wide stance, and that's low. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, nobody on. Be nice to get a base runner here and see what Hannah Schumacher can do. Schumacher. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be high. She walks. Take your base, Kira Erickson, the first base runner of the year.
For the Tigers, the catcher.
And a strikeout on a walk here for Croning. Schumacher's up. Catcher, right-handed batting with a runner at first and 2 down. Let's see what she can do against Jada here as the pitch is high. And nice snag there by the catcher and holds Erickson at first. Catcher Asleson. Good job reaching up and grabbing that one. Keeping Erickson at first with an 1-0 count now to Schumacher. And here's the pitch. Thought about it, but let it go, and that was high, 2-0. So good eye for Hannah. Hard to see a computer screen in the sun very well, but we're doing our best here. That's a foul tip and a strike. So 2-1 to Schumacher. foul tip, and it went off the catcher's glove or a mask or something and into the back wall. So just a strike, 2-1. As Cronin fires. And a swing and a miss. Makes it 2-2. Took a good rip at that one, did Schumacher, but swung right through it. So a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and that is half swing, kind of roller to the pitcher who scoops it up, and as Cronin is able to get it over to first base to Worrelton on another 1-3 put out. There's 2 of those and a strikeout, and they bat 4, but leave 1 stranded, and through 1 complete, it is 3-0 in favor of the visiting Rochester Century girls here at the turf field. We have a doubleheader on Thursday scheduled. Weather looks pretty good the rest of this week, too, so it looks like we'll have that, and it's going to be Mankato East here, 4 o'clock, and then Northfield at 6 in that doubleheader at the turf field. And then Saturday, I forget who we play, but it's a Saturday noon game here at the high school turf field. And Mackenzie Johnson out for her second inning work. She walked 2, gave up 2 hits. The 3 runs, though, unearned because they were scored on an error to the right fielder, and that's where we stand. They're going to bat the 9-hitter first here, Ella Schneider, their third base girl. And then the top of the order again here in the top of the second. For Century, what do you think so far, Mint? Now, do you follow like softball or baseball? Twins or anything?
I mean, I think they're like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really a sports girl, are you?
Not really. I do understand how baseball and softball rules are.
Well, it's good. You can see these games. I know you've done some basketball and stuff with me, too, and you would just watch and you kind of pick it up as we go here. There's a pitch, ball 1 to Ella Schneider, her leading off in the second here for Century, a 1-0 pitch. Mackenzie Johnson winds and fires. Inside and high, 2-0.
Ooh.
Johnson fires in there, and that's inside and low. So a 3-0 start to the 9-hitter Ella Schneider here. Start the second inning. Just need to find that plate, and sometimes it's a work in progress when you, especially early in the season for these pitchers. And a 4-pitch walk for Schneider. Third walk of the game for McKenzie.
Turning to the top of the batting order for the
and Tegan Carroll again. She was out on a grounder to third her first time up. Right-handed batting, second base girl, and the pitch is about chin high, but the ump says strike 1, called strike. 0-1 to Carroll. 1 on, nobody out, top of the second. And that's too high. Ball 1-1 to Tegan. Mackenzie blowing on the hand out there. She's got no sleeves. Still, it's a little chilly day. The flag is flapping from left to right. It's not really blowing high. And there's a pop fly to right center. That's caught out there. Nicely done by Whalen. And that's 1 down and retreating back to first is Schneider. On the pop to right. 1 out. Lauren Buckman is shortstop. She singled her last time up and scored the first run of the game.
For Century is the shortstop, number 24, Lauren Buckman.
He says Bookman. I say Buckman. Here's a pitch. The runner goes, and the throw is in time, but safely. And, she overslid the bag, but got it on again. And is safe out there. You might have been able to see that on the screen, but stolen base for Schneider. Gets her to second after her walk. 3 runs were scored on an error for Century in that first inning. Now they have a runner at second with one out. That's inside, but called a strike to Buckman. And a 1-1 count with one out and one on. And the pitch. A strike called again. He's given the pitchers that inside corner as the batters are letting them go, but getting calls, a lot of strike calls on those. So 1-2 to Buckman. She reaches out and sends one to shortstop. Erickson over to Wachholz to get the batter, and on to third goes Schneider on a 6-3 putout for out number 2. So runner at third with 2 outs for Aubrey Asselson, the catcher. She singled and scored a run in the first. On those back-to-back singles, and then they loaded the bases with a walk, but would have got out of the inning except for an error to right on a dropped fly ball that scored all 3. Strike is called, and it's 0-1 to Asselson as here's the pitch. That is hit in the air to center, but it's right at center fielder Hannah Austinson, who makes the grab on a fly to center for the third out. And they leave one stranded and do not score here in the second to make it a 3-0 lead after an inning and a half. And coming up here, the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Mackenzie Johnson, Nevaeh Wachholz, and Taylor Johnson to face Jada Croning, who had a strikeout and a walk in that first inning, but no hits, no runs, no errors. There was a strikeout, the walk, and then 2 back to the pitcher, 1-3 putouts. So nothing out of the infield so far for the Tigers here offensively. GT Gutters and one of our sponsors. Sorry, I don't have the commercials lined up here to run. We just were not ready for this. I thought I had it all ready. I was out here over the weekend trying to set up stuff and make sure it worked. I had my camera working. But right now, this is all I get. Here, I'll show you what I see. Nothing. This is Hollyland. That's the name of the camera that's out there.
It's just all gone.
But this is a good view, I think. You know, you can see almost the whole field. So, I mean, it works. I wish I had the commercials, and I wish I had the rotating logos, but I can't find those either, even though they were there earlier. But here comes Mackenzie Johnson, the pitcher, to face pitcher Jada Croning, and the first pitch to her is a ball low. 1-0. First at bat of the season for Johnson. And the pitch is swing and a miss. A little high on that one, but she took a whack at it and missed, so 1-1. Oddly enough, Taylor Johnson, also in the lineup for Albert Lee, playing second, is the other. She's the second pitcher on the team to Mackenzie, and they're not related. Both Johnsons, but not related. There's a grounder to short and a 6-3 put out for out number 1 here in the second. And Nevaeh Wachholz will be up. Basketball player extraordinaire. Homecoming queen this year. I think she plays soccer, too. She's quite the athlete. Nevaeh plays first base here. Her first at-bat of the season. Nobody on and one out here in the second. She takes a good swing and a miss. She liked what she saw there, but just got underneath it. And missed, so 0-1 to Nevaeh. Pitch on the way, and she swings at that one. I think she got a little piece of it, but missed again. So 0-2 to Wachholz. Right-handed batting, first base girl. Taylor Johnson due up next, the second base girl. Here's the pitch. And I think she got a piece of that one, and it got away from the catcher, so they throw it down, and she's safe. It pulled, second base girl was covering and pulled her off the bag there, so Wachholz on the third strike. When the catcher drops it, you get to run, and she beat the throw, so she will reach. And Taylor Johnson will be up now with one out and a runner at first. Taylor playing second base today, and right-handed batter takes a swing and a miss there, so strike one to Taylor. Number 7 in the batting order for Derek Fleek. Taylor with a wide stance, waiting for the pitch, and it's a little high, shoulder high there, and they appeal to the field ump on that, and he says no, so it's a ball, 1-1. Ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's a 1-2 count for Taylor. One, two, one out. Runner at first is Wachholz. The pitch is swung on and got behind on that one and struck out for out number 2 of the inning. And the second strikeout for Jada Croning of Century. Jenna Balfe is the left fielder. She's up now, 8-hitter in the lineup with a runner at first and 2 down. Another right-handed batter. I don't think we've seen a lefty yet for either squad. And then a little late on that one for Jenna, and it's strike one. Whalen, the 9-hitter, due up. She had the error, but had another play where she made a nice catch out there in right center. There's the pitch. Runner goes. Wachholz's going to be safe at second with a steal. Each team with a steal on the early part of the game here. So a runner in scoring position now. A base hit should score her. But you never know. It's not a given, but a lot of times that happens. If the anticipation is right, it's a 2-0 count now to Balfe. I thought there was a strike in there, but now it's 3-0. So I stand corrected on the appeal to the ump. I thought it was a strike, but apparently it was a ball because it says 3-0 on the scoreboard. To Jenna. And the pitch. She lets it go, and it's a called strike right down the middle. But might as well let it go at 3-0. See if you can work yourself a walk. But now at 3-1, she should be swinging on something in the strike zone. Wachholz at second, 2 down. Time's called. The Century manager has an issue of see, I thought that was a strike, so it should be 2-2. And I think that's what she was saying to the umpire, and now they're conferring and see if they change things. But they call it 3-1, but I thought it was 2-2 myself because I had the first pitch being a strike. And if they... Okay, well, they're going to go with what they had at 3-1, so keep it that way. 3-1 to Jenna Balfe, and Wachholz is at second after stealing the base. 2 down, though. Trailing 3-0 Albert Lee here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a foul back into the screen. 3-2 to Jenna. Yeah, nothing worked the way I wanted it to here in the first game, but we've got a doubleheader to get things right on Thursday. And the pitch, another foul back into the screen. She stays alive at 3-2. See if she can get that first RBI of the season with a base hit here. Just a little off on those 2 fouls, but if you can get some good contact here, pull them right up at the middle. There's a lot of space up the middle, and a called third strike is going to send her back to the bench, and that's going to be the third out. Third strikeout for Croning, and end the second inning with a 3-0 Century lead. After 2. And almost got through the lineup the first time, but not quite. Still have 1 to go for Alverley in the third, as they'll have the 9-1-2 batters. But for Century coming up here, the 4-5-6 hitters. Stewart, Croning and Worrelton are up next. Are you warm enough? Mint?
No, I'm still cold.
No, I had to wear a coat. I have a undershirt on my regular work shirt here, and then I had to put a coat on because I knew it's going to be a little bit windy.
Yeah.
And only in the 40s. So now the new rule by the MSHSL is new this year. We used to always play in the snow or in the cold, but now if it's 32 or below, feels like. So if the wind chill is 32 or below, they will not play baseball or softball. And maybe even golf. I don't know if that extends to golf, but I know for the baseball, softball, that's a new rule, which is why the Saturday game, baseball game, was called off for the Tigers, who have yet to play a game, but they are, I think they got called off today, too, in their game at Rochester Century. Strike one is called, the first pitch to Stewart here. She walked her first time up to load the bases and then scored with the other two base runners on an error. Now 1-1 to Stewart. She's the center fielder, right-handed batter. And the pitch from McKenzie is to third again, and a nice play, and the throw is in time to get Stewart. And that is getting to be routine here. Maggie Olson to Nevaeh Wackles. They've had three short first outs here in the early innings here. One each inning so far. Jada Croning, the pitcher's up. She popped out to the catcher her first time up in that first inning when they batted 8 and scored 3. First pitch to her. I got to tell the truth, I didn't watch it, and it's not posted on the scoreboard yet. So they do put a ball up for right late here. 1-0 is on the way, and that is out of the zone. 2-0. Mackenzie Johnson, 3 walks, 2 hits, 3 unearned runs has scored. No strikeouts yet, so still working on that first K. That one is too far inside for the umpire's liking, and it's a 3-0 count to Croning. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, and the pitch is inside and a 4-pitch walk. It'll be the 4th walk given up by Johnson. Runner at first with 1 out. Brings up Olivia Worrelton, the first base girl. And she was the one who hit the pop fly to right that was dropped out there, and the 3-run error that gave us our score that we have right now here in the top of the 3rd. 3-zip Century. First pitch is a strike to Worrelton. McKenzie ready to wind and fire the 0-1, and it's a bunt foul. 0-2. First base girl, Olivia Worrelton, reaching on an error. On that dropped fly ball, she got to second base and then advanced to third, but was left there in that first inning. This is popped up, infield, first base, Wackles calling, got it.
Wackles with the catch for the out.
So 2 down, and the runner stays at first, obviously, as the pop to first. And Kelsey Bowles.
For the Panthers, right fielder, number 3, Kaylee Bowles.
Okay, it's Kaylee. Thought that was a C. Kaylee Bowles, the right fielder. She walked her first time up and was left at first as that skips in there for ball 1 to Kaylee. 7-hitter in the lineup, 4th one up this inning. 2 down, 1 on. McKenzie trying to work out of this inning, and that one is up. They go down to first to try and pick off the runner, but safely back in is Croning. It's a 2-0 count now to Bowles. The 2-0 on the way is high, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Runner at first here in the 3rd, top of the 3rd. Of course, they play 7. And And that is going to be low and inside, and that'll be a second walk of the inning and fifth of the game.
Now batting for the Panthers.
As Cronin goes to second.
15,
Bowles is on at first. Amanda Spores, the left fielder, is up. She was out on a grounder to short. She hits it right back to the pitcher, and throw over is in time on the 1-3 putout of Spores.
No runs for the
And that's
Panthers.
3 outs, and they leave 2 stranded on 2 walks.
Danica Whalen.
But still 3-0 now after 2.5 innings in favor of Rochester Century as Mackenzie got out of that jam. And still just those 3 runs off the error in the first. The only damage done. Whalen, Austenson, and Olson, the 9-1-2 hitters, due up here in the third for Albert Lee as they try and work their way back into this, down 3 runs. I wish I knew what the temperature is. It feels like it's about 45 with the wind making it feel like maybe upper 30s,
Yeah.
around 40.
The wind is making it really cold.
At least my fingers aren't frozen. My toes aren't. It's just, it's just a little cold.
Yeah.
Leading off
But you need to wear a coat,
for the Tigers, right fielder, number 12.
I was having my ACT, so I forgot about the weather.
See, you kids don't do that. My daughters don't wear coats. They just don't do it. I was like, it's cold. You need a coat. Oh, Dad.
Oh, don't get me started on my brother. He was wearing shorts.
Yeah, seen that too sometimes. So here's the first pitch to the 9-hitter. Whalen is her first at bat of the year. The right-handed batting right fielder takes a pitch, but it was called strike 1. Pitch is on the way, and that's up high. 1-1. Yes, this team has some seniors this year, but a lot of experience also for these Tigers, as that's a called strike 2. 1-2 to Whalen. And that one is fouled back to the screen, so still 1-2 to Whalen. She had the 3-run error in the first, but had another nice putout out there on a fly later on. It's always tough, that first one of the year that goes out there. This one's on the ground, goes past the pitcher to second, and they get it in time for the out, 1 up, 1 down on a 4-3 putout. Still no hits for the Tigers as they go to the top of the order here. And the second time around, Hannah Austenson, who struck out her first time.
That brings up number 1, Hannah Austenson, center fielder.
And then the center fielder, right-handed batter, struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Trying to make contact here with a 1 out, bottom of the third, trailing 3-0. She fouls that one back to the screen for strike 1. A walk and 3 strikeouts for Jada Cronin. And no hits so far. In 2 1/3. And a bunt attempt goes foul, and it's 0-2 to Hannah. Oh, 2, 1 out, nobody on for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. That's low. A ball and 2 strikes. Cronin looks into the dugout on the first base side to get a call, a sign of some sort. She looks at her wristband and gets the corresponding pitch. And the 1-2's on the way. Swing and a miss, and Hannah strikes out for the second time.
Now batting for the Tigers.
And that's 2 down, and now Maggie Olson, who was out on a comebacker to the pitcher. 0 for 1 on the season. Maggie playing shortstop, the right-handed batter, steps in was going to say digs in, but you can't really dig in the turf. As first pitch to her is ball one. If she can reach, Kira Erickson's up next. The only base runner on a walk in that first inning the Tigers have had was Erickson, but here's the pitch. Strike called to Maggie, and it's 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Track and field event going on in the football stadium. That bounces in, and that's ball 2, 2-1 to Olson. And golf today, too, out at Greenlee. As I mentioned, we're going to try and do some golf events this year. Think that'll be fun.
I've never played golf.
I used to play, haven't done it in a while. It's an expensive sport these days, but we do have good golfers, especially those Teeter boys.
Oh, Teeter boys.
Noah is left still in high school, and he's it's a good golfer. 3-1 is the count. This is lifted, foul, and they're not going to catch up to it, so she'll stay alive on a 3-1. Make that 3-2 now after the foul ball strike. So full count to Maggie. They still have 3-1 on the scoreboard, but she steps in and ready to go here. 2 down and nobody on. Pitch is a called third strike. As Jada's got it going today, as Derek Fleek told me, he was worried about her because she pretty much handled these Tigers last year by herself. Didn't allow a lot of hits, and she hasn't allowed a hit here through 3 innings. And 4 strikeouts and a walk for Jada is all that she has allowed here. 2 strikeouts this inning, 2 last inning, and 1. So that's actually 5 strikeouts for Jada because she had 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 here in the third on the second and third outs. So after 3 complete, it's 3-0 Century. And coming up here for them, their 9-hitter will lead off Ella Schneider, followed by the top of the order, Tegan Carroll and Lauren Buckman. Although the announcer says Bookman. I don't know. It looked like Buchman to me. Warm-up tosses are done for McKenzie.
For Century is number 2, the third baseman, Ella Schneider.
And number 6, Johnson, ready to pitch to the 9-hitter who walked her first time up, stole second, and ended up at third, but was stranded there. And the first pitch to her is a ball, 1-0 here in the top of the 4th to Ella Schneider, third base girl. And Mac winds and fires, and a swing and a miss. Had her out and behind that one, so 1-1 to Schneider. I do believe both teams do not have left-handed batters. I don't remember seeing one. This is nubbed foul down the third base side. So 1-2 to Schneider. A lot of goose eggs on the scoreboard after those 3 earlier runs in that first inning for Century off the error, loaded bases error on a pop fly to right. 3 scored before they could get the ball in, and that's it. Goose egg since. This is a big shot to center. Going back and not able to make the play out there in center field. So a double. And it went over the head out there of Hannah Austenson and against the fence. So that's going to be a double for Schneider.
Now batting for Century.
And the third hit of the day for Century. Top of the order, Tegan Carroll up. She is 0 for 2 and a pop to right and a ground out to third. This one is lifted into short center. And this time it's Hannah Austenson making the catch. And staying at second is Schneider. So 1 out and a runner at second for Lauren Bookman. On a pop to center. 0 for 3 for Carroll, the leadoff batter.
Shortstop number 24.
For the Century, the Panthers. And there's the pitch from Johnson. That's down the third baseline, foul. Strike one to Lauren. She singled in the first and scored. And then grounded out to short her second time up. 1 for 2 for Lauren. Top of the fourth, 3-0 Century. 3 runs on 3 hits and an error. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Albert Lee. That's lifted to left, but camping out under it and making the catch out there is Wolf. And Jenna hangs on for out number 2 on a fly to left. So still at second is Schneider. And Aubrey Asleson is the catcher. She flew out to center her last time up, but singled in the first and scored on that error. See if they get out of this jam here as runner goes to third on the pitch, and they got her dead to rights, trying to steal third, and that'll do it. So Asleson will lead off again in the fifth as the throw out of Schneider at third is the third out. Caught stealing. So after 3.5, a 3-0 Century lead. And the Tigers have got to get something going here. They don't have a hit yet. They do have 1 walk. That was their only base runner, and that was Kira Erickson, who leads off the fourth here for the Tigers.
Yep.
Playing third base, and need to get some base runners and see what happens here. But they got a tough pitcher. Jada Croning has been a thorn in their side before. And throwing it around defensively and getting ready to go here. It'll be Kira Erickson, Hannah Schumacher, and Mackenzie Johnson, the 3-4-5 hitters for Derek Fleek. As I mentioned, Erickson walked and was stranded at first in the first. Schumacher out on a comebacker to the pitcher, and Johnson out on a grounder to short. So we got to get some balls through the infield or in the air, find some green out there. Or heck, why not park one? This is the heart of the order here. The wind is not necessarily blowing in. It's going left to right. So if you could lift one out to center or right field, it might carry a little bit. It's not too windy, but the flag is flapping out there. As Croning looks in and ready to go to Kira. First pitch is in the air to right field, but caught. And moving to her right a little bit was right fielder Kaylee Bowles, and she grabs it and hangs on for out number 1 on a pop fly to right. So 0 for 1 for Kira after the walk and the pop out. Here comes Hannah Schumacher, and she was out on a comebacker to pitcher, 1-3 put out. Her first time up. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Bottom of 4, 3-0 Rochester, Century. Oh, 1 is low for 1-1. A ball and a strike to Hannah as she waits. Jada ready to go. Fires. Fouled into the screen. It's 1-2. She's getting good swings here. Is Schumacher, and love to see the first hit of the year here for these Tigers out of the cleanup hitter, Hannah Schumacher. But a good catcher, too. She's got one of the pop flies in the foul ball and sends that one into the net again. Still 1-2 to Hannah. Number 14. Ready to go as Croning winds and fires. And oof, she fooled her, and that was an awkward swing for strike 3. The 6th strikeout for Jada. And 2 down here in the 4th. for Mackenzie Johnson, who was out on a grounder to short her first time up. Pitcher against pitcher here in the fourth. Swing and a miss for strike one to Mackenzie. Behind on that fastball.
Mackenzie Johnson.
Get the blue jerseys with the white pants and the red stripe down the side. And red numerals this year. This is a pretty sharp uniform. 1-1 now to Johnson. And here's the fire by Croning, and that is out of the zone. So a 2-1 count to Mackenzie. Nobody on, 2 down here in the fourth. 10 outs left here for the Tigers to try and get something going. No hits yet. Foul, third base side. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs. The twos are wild on the scoreboard, Mint. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the first base girl's number is 22. And it's 2-2 for Mackenzie. Here's the pitch. And it is outside, so 3-2. Full count. Full count to Mackenzie Johnson with Neville Wackles on deck here. Nobody on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout. She's had 2 strikeouts each inning, has Jaden Croning.
After 4, we still stand at 3 runs.
I'm mistaken, though. No, 2. She had 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. So that's 1, 2, 3 inning for her here in the fourth. And after 4, it's 3-0. Century in the lead. And we will go to the 5th. And out to pitch into the circle is still Mackenzie Johnson, who has walked 5, 3 hits, 3 unearned runs, though, and it's still 3-0 from those 3 runs in that first inning. Thoughts, Mint? You catching on a little bit? You got 3 strikes and you're out, and 4 balls for a walk, and
Yeah.
just catch the ball if it's in the air and scoop it up if it's a grounder and throw it to first to get him out.
A swing and a miss is a bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of those. And you can do it 3 times and each at bat before you're out. So here we go in the 5th with Aubrey Asleson, who was up last inning, but the attempted steal was the 3rd out for the Panthers, and she will lead off again here. And again, she had a single and a run scored in the first, and then a fly out to center in the second. Oh, she is 1 for 2 rather, and takes ball 1 here to start the 5th. Mackenzie fires. That's right back to her on a hop. She grabs it and throws it over to Nevaeh for the out. Nice fielding play there from Mackenzie. That's quick reactions.
Yeah.
And another 1-3 put out. She's had a couple of those. 1 up, 1 down for Kennedy Stewart, who walked and scored. And then she was out 6-3. That's a pop out. Nevaeh catches it just to foul, barely in foul territory over by first base. A pop out to the first base girl, and it's 2 up, 2 down. And now Jada Croning, the pitcher, will go against pitcher Mackenzie Johnson. She popped out to catcher and walked so far today. So 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch is a called strike. She thought about swinging at it, but held up, and umpire said probably should have. No, I guess it's a ball. I thought he said strike, but they have it a ball up there. Doesn't matter because it's a single to the left, right between third and short for Jada Croning. And she is on for the second time, but the first hit for her and the 4th hit for the team overall. Here today, Olivia Worthington is the first base girl. Actually, she reached on an error in the first. That was that 3 runs. And then she popped out to first. Now with the runner on, it's a looper to short and grabbed there nicely. And by Maggie Olson to end the inning. So they leave another one stranded there on a little liner to the shortstop. And it's 4.5 in the books. It's 3-0 Rochester Century. And Derek Fleek's squad gets another chance here in the bottom of the 5th to try and get some runs going here. Down 3-0. Nevaeh Wackles, Taylor Johnson, and Jenna Bolf due up here. First base, second base, and left fielder. And Jada Croning has 7 strikeouts and just 1 walk, but no hits going through 4. And the last 9 outs here for the Tigers. At least try and get some hits going. Can't be no hit. But that's a quality pitcher there, Jada. She's got her right arm working good. She doesn't wear any arm coverings either out here on the crisp Tuesday. And we're about ready to go here. She takes another warm-up toss. Wackles up first. Reached. She swung and missed on a third strike call. But the catcher dropped the ball. She made it to first, then stole second, but was stranded there back in the second inning. So she's 0 for 1. Steps in against Croning, and a bottom of the 5th is underway as a pitch is called strike 1. 0-1. The 0-1 on the way. That's high and gets away from the catcher. So no damage done because of the leadoff batter, of course. It is going to be a 1-1 count to Wackles. One is high. 2-1 to Nevaeh. Leading off the 5th for the Tigers. The bottom of the 5th.
Thank you.
Down 3-0. And Croning with the 2-1 pitch. And it's called strike. I actually swung at that one too. So 2-2. 2-2 to Nevaeh. He's got that wide stance ready to go. Here's the foul back into the screen to keep it 2-2. He's got a good swing going. Again, she's very aware last time, striking out, but realizing the catcher didn't grab the ball, and she was safe at first. But there she's called out on an inside third strike. And that is strikeout number 8 for Croning. 1 up, 1 down for Taylor Johnson, who struck out her for only time up there in the second. One down here in the 5th. Nobody on. That's fouled into the screen. So strike 1 to Taylor. Here's the 0-1, and she swings and hits a grounder to short. Played nicely. The throw across is low, but in time to get Taylor on a 6-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down for the Tigers and Jenna Bolf. A strikeout victim, her only time up. Back in the second.
Brings number 10, left fielder Jenna Bolf.
Tigers still looking for that first hit. Here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch is low. Ball 1 to Jenna. She had a 3-2 count and struck out her first time up. So she worked it deep into the count. See if she can get this also back here. This is a foul ball right towards us. 1-1. We are just to the third base side of home. I am just to the left of the camera you're looking at. The camera angle there is. I like this camera angle. It's good for TV viewing, for streaming. That's fouled out of play backwards. And a 1-2 count now to Jenna. 2 down, nobody on here in the 5th. 3-0 Century. Tigers running out of time here to get back into this one. Opening game of the season for Tigers as they will make up the game against East on Thursday, part of a doubleheader here at the Turf. 4 o'clock for East, 6 o'clock for Northfield. We'll have that here for you on AlbertLeeLive.com. Swing and a miss. And a dropped ball, and this time they'll get Jenna out at first on the throw. So that's a 1-2-3 inning, third 1-2-3 inning in a row now for Jada Croning. And her 9th strikeout of the game. And we are through 5, and it's 3-0. Century out in front. The Panthers, we're going to bat the 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the 6th. Kaylee Bowles, Amanda Spores, and Ella Schneider due up here against McKenzie. Johnson has pitched well. I mean, 4 hits, the 5 walks, no strikeouts, but the runs are not her fault. And if not for that error, it'd be scoreless tie here. And back in the 1st, when they loaded the bases, and the pop fly to right was misplayed in and out of the glove. And 3 runs scored. So that's the only damage for either club here. And only 4 hits for McKenzie through 5 innings. But you'd like to see a little bit better strikeout to walk ratio than 0 and 5. But it's early. And like I said, she's fielded the position well. 2 or 3 right back to her. Played those well. Here's the first pitch to Kaylee Bowles. It's wild and inside, and ball 1. Got away from catcher Schumacher, and all the way to the backstop. So a 1-0 count here for Bowles as McKenzie winds and fires. It's on the ground to third. Played cleanly and across the diamond in time to Wackles for the out. And that is Kira Erickson. A nice play there on a 5-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down for the Panthers. And Amanda Spores is 0 for 2. She had a ground out to short and a ground out to the pitcher. This one bounces into her, so ball 1 to Amanda, the 8 hitter in the lineup. Ella Schneider due up next, the 9 hitter. 1-0 to Amanda Spores. Everybody's a right-handed hitter so far today. As fouled into the screen, and a 1-1 count to Amanda. See if I can get a whole different look on a Thursday. We should hopefully have 2 cameras working. I got to figure out why that doesn't want to stay on out there. I charged the battery and everything. And we have a scoreboard on our screen. We'll have the commercials back, and GT Window and Doors and Gutters by GT, our main sponsor. We thank them for being on all year long. And that's a pop up to first. Wackles calls it and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And a little pop to first, and that brings up 9 hitter Ella Schneider with 2 down and nobody on here in the 6th. She walked and stole a base, but was left on third in that 2nd inning. And then she reached in the 4th. I don't have written here how she got on, but she was caught stealing at third base for the 3rd out of that inning in the 4th. The 1-0 to Schneider is called strike 1. 1-1. It was the only 1-2-3 inning for Mackenzie Johnson back in the 4th inning. with that caught stealing. And another called strike on the inside pitch there, so it's 1-2 now to Schneider. And Johnson looking for her first strikeout. Could end the inning with one here. It's on the way, and it's ripped to left, and it's going to fall in and get past the left fielder out there, Balf, and she chases it down, but by the time she gets to it, already at third and heading for home is Schneider, and she's going to be safe. The play was there, but she tumbles across the base, and it's a inside the park home run.
Schneider scoring for the Panthers.
As not an error. That was a good try out there, and left by Balf. She just couldn't get to it and went on and scooped under her glove. And so the inside the park home run will give them a 4-0 lead. And bring up Tegan Carroll, who promptly puts one right up the middle on the ground for a base hit. Almost right over the second base bag. And that's her first hit after going 0 for 3. 6 hits now for Century on 4 runs scored, only 1 earned. But Lauren Bookman was up, who was the shortstop with 2 down and a runner at first. And Lauren singled and scored and then was out on a grounder and out on a fly ball. This is a base hit to center, and now 2 on as Carroll advances to second. Bookman at first. And Aubrey Asleson. 2 down is a 2-out rally here with the home run, the back-to-back singles.
Century, the catcher, number 23, Audrey Asleson.
Aubrey singled and scored, flew out to center, and was ground out to pitcher. Here's the pitch with 2 outs and 2 on. It's low and inside. Ball 1 to Aubrey Asleson. Yeah, it was a ground out and a pop out, and we had 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Then all of a sudden, the inside the park home run. They got past Balf's glove out and left by Schneider, followed by 2 singles, and this one's in the air to center. That's going to reach over Austenson's head to the fence. Scores 1. Second one's coming in. A 2-run double for Asleson. 6-0. As both Buckman and Carroll score, that makes it 6-0, and we may have a pitching change here with 2 outs in the 6th. At least a visit to the circle, and Fleek hasn't taken the ball yet, so maybe he's just talking to the troops. With 2 down, 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th, and that inside the park homer. Back-to-back singles and now a double with a 2 RBI double, and it is 6-0. And they do make a change on the mound, and it's going to be Taylor Johnson coming in from second to pitch. And Kenzie will go play second, so the Johnsons do switch positions there. And Taylor will take over in the circle.
Now pitching.
And according to Fleek, they're not related, but
is number 7, Taylor Johnson.
Taylor,
Kenzie Johnson will be going to second base.
Tall, slender young lady, getting her warm-up tosses in here with a little bit of a hole she's got to dig out of with 2 down, though. 2 on. 3 in this inning and a 6-0 lead here for Century. It's top of the 6th. Tigers down to the last 6 outs. And when they come up, they're going to have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up in the 6th. See if Taylor can work out of this jam here with Asleson at second. Actually 1 on and 2 outs because it was the 2-run double by Asleson that just happened here. So stepping in is Kennedy Stewart, and she's the center fielder. Walked and scored, grounded out to short and popped out to first. It's 0-1 to her. And the next pitch is lifted to right field and not able to make the play out there. Whalen, and that run scores from second. Oh, they got Stewart caught between first and second in a rundown here. Can they get her out? She slides back into first safely. So the inning will continue after the RBI single. Makes it 7-0. Scoring Asmussen, as that one scooted under the glove of Whalen and got away back towards the fence before she could get that in here. 7-0, and swinging a foul back to the screen by Jada Croning, the pitcher. She got a base hit, a walk, and a pop out to the catcher. Strike one to her. Still 2 outs. It's a 2-out rally here for 4 runs in the 6th for the Panthers. And this is lifted deep to left center and out of the park. A 2-run home run for pitcher Jada Croning. Second home run of the inning. And a 8-9 lead as they kind of stiffed her there. She went around on the 2-run home run, got to home, and nobody was there except the next batter, and then everybody came out. It's kind of a thing they do in baseball and softball. Well, they've batted around. Olivia Worrelton is the 9th one up here this inning with 2 down and nobody on now, and a 9-0 lead. Those 2 runs given up by Taylor Johnson on a base hit and the home run, so she gets credited with those. And a rise ball out of the zone for ball 1 to Worrelton. Still 2 outs. But now a 9-0 deficit for the Tigers here in the opener. And they had played so well, it was a 3-0 game. The only reason it was 3-0 was on a 3-run error in the first. And not for that, it was been a nip and tuck game here until this inning when the Panthers have just blown the doors off with 6 runs. It's 3-0 count now to Worrelton, the 9th hitter in the inning. And she fouls one back to the screen. 3-1. 2 more at-bats for the Tigers to try and get those 9 runs back. But they have not even worked a hit yet off of Jada Croning through 5. And the pitch. That's high, and she walked her. So, the second time up in the inning for Kaylee Bowles, unless they have a pinch hitter. And I believe they are going to pinch hit here. And the first walk for Taylor Johnson. Inside the park homer. And a 2-run homer that went over the fence here in this inning. Has blown it wide open, and we have substitution.
Now batting number 3, right fielder Kaylee Bowles.
No, it's not. It's Kaylee Bowles again. I didn't even notice her number. She bats for the second time this inning. Grounded out to start the inning. Actually had 2 up, 2 down to start the inning, and now have put 6 on the board here in the 6th. High ball 1. 1-1 to Kaylee Bowles. She walked twice and grounded out. And that one goes a little bit too high. Ball 2, 2-1. Taylor looking in and fires. And that one rises up a little bit too high, and 3-1 now to Bowles, who has, like I said, already walked twice. The 7 hitter in the lineup. She's tiny, though. That's it's tough to get the strike zone there, and they walk her on 5 pitches. Her 3rd walk of the game. Second one by Taylor.
For the Panthers, left fielder number 15, Amanda Spore.
And Amanda Spore's up second time this inning as well. She was pop out to first, the second out of the inning. This one's fouled, same area, a little bit deeper, but falls harmlessly for strike 1. As Wackels gave chase, Whalen gave chase. Also, Mackenzie Johnson, second base girl, running over there, but none of them could catch up to it. Just in foul territory down the right field line. 0-1 to Amanda Spores. Ground out twice and a pop out, so 0 for 3 for her. She sends one over towards her dugout for strike 2. 0-2 to Amanda. Ground out to third, a ground out to the pitcher, and a pop out to the first base girl for Spores today. The 8-hitter. And a called strike 3 will end the inning finally as they bat 11, score 6, and take a 9-0 lead here with a couple of home runs and first strikeout for Taylor Johnson for the Tigers. But that is it here in the 6th for the Panthers as they take that 9-0 lead. And the Tigers, down to their last 6 outs, will have Whalen, Austinson, and Olsen coming up here. The 9-1-2 hitters due up anyway. See if that's the way it stays. Derek Fleek talking to the umpire. But didn't say he made any changes. Normally that's what happens, and then he's going to talk to, okay, they're going to not make, what is this? Who's up there? Number 3, is that, I can't see the girl's number here. Well, yeah, it is number 3. Who is that for Albert Lee? Well, they'll announce it. It's a pinch hitting situation as Whalen being hit for here, the 9 spot.
Batting for the Tigers, number 3, Kaylin Lady.
Kaylin Lady.
Oof.
And first pitch strike. So Whalen ends up 0 for 1. And did have the error in the first that scored the 3 runs in that inning. And until the 6th, it was the only runs in the game for anybody. But, boy, they exploded for 6 here in the top of the 6th to go up 9-0. There's a swing and a miss by Kaylin, and it's 0-2. Oh, I guess that was strike 3. I missed one along the way. But a strikeout there is number 10 for Jada Croning. And the top of the order, Hannah Austinson. Hannah has struck out twice. 0 for 2 on the day. 1 up, 1 down here in the 6th for the Tigers. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Austinson for strike 1.
Now batting for the Tigers, center fielder Hannah Austinson.
Well, with the sun in a different direction, I can actually see the laptop screen here better. This is in the air and shallow left, base hit. First hit of the game season for the Tigers is from Hannah Austinson after 0-2 start. She plants one out there just over the shortstop's head and right in front of the left fielder. And a base hit. 1 up, 1 down. Actually, 1 down and 1 on here for Maggie Olsen. She struck out and also hit one back to the pitcher. 0 for 2 start for Maggie. See if she can get one going here and gets a little rally in the 6th. She tries to bunt and it's foul. Out of play. Strike 1. Hannah was off and running, but she'll have to return. Three in the first, 6 in the 6th. Gives Rochester Century the 9-0 lead. This one is gets away from the catcher and down to second goes Hannah into scoring position. Give her credit on a steal. That's the second steal for Albert Lee. Nevaeh Wacholz had the other one. Runner at second with 1 out from Maggie and a 1-1 count to Wilson. And she gets a hold of that one in the air to right, but it's going to be caught out there by the right fielder. And Hannah must have thought it was going to get over her head because she did not. She was not. They couldn't throw her out, but she was running as if she thought it was a base hit and scrambled back to second in time to avoid being picked off there. But there are 2 outs on the fly out to right
Now batting
by Maggie.
for the Tigers, third baseman
And Kira Erickson,
Kira Erickson.
who walked and has popped out to right. With a runner in scoring position here at second, Hannah Austenson, and 2 down in the 6th. That is fouled into the screen and out of play. Strike 1 to Kira. One hit and 1 walk given up by Jada Croning. 10 strikeouts. And the pitch. Up high, ball. And it's 2-1 or 1-1? 1-1, I guess, to Erickson. With 2 down and a runner at second. And Cronin with the pitch. It's in the air. Shortstop backing up. Can't get it. And Hannah was running, and Austinson will score. And a RBI single by Kira Erickson gives the Tigers their first run of the season. Second hit of the game. And a 9-1 score here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 down.
For the Tigers, catcher number 14,
Hannah Schumacher is up with the 0-2 day going for her. She hit one back to the pitcher and struck out. But now runner at first and 2 down. Swings right through that one for strike 1. Well, 2 hits in the inning. First 2 hits of the game in the season and the first run of the year. Knocked in by Erickson. Hannah Austenson running with a hit on that one. It was a little looper right over the shortstop's head. And now a 1-1 count to Schumacher. Trying to add and keep this 6th inning going here. It's back into the screen and out of play. Strike 2. 1-2 to Hannah. Strikeout, a single and a steal, and then a fly out, and an RBI single by Kira Erickson. And here we are with Hannah Schumacher on a 1-2, and she took a swing at a bad pitch, but catcher dropped it, but they did get her out, a strikeout throw out to first. Will go down as a strikeout and the 3rd out of the inning, but they get 2 hits and a run here. So bye-bye no-hitter for Jada Croning, and the first run scored by the Tigers on the season, but that is it for the 6th.